Hello dear student, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to talk about the very important topic that we have started in the previous videos, that is parts of speech, right? So in this video I will be focusing on adjectives. What is adjectives? Its types, or how to use adjectives in your writing, in your speeches, or in your discussion, right? So let us see what is adjectives and how to use adjectives in your writing, right? So uh, okay, let's begin the presentation so that you will understand how to use uh, adjectives. So what is adjective, right? So dear friends, if you want to become a good speaker, if you want to write very well, so if you want to write very descriptively, you need to learn how to use adjectives, because adjective add more information about number, color, type, and other qualities about the noun and pronoun in your sentence, right? Because these adjectives help your reader to get the fuller picture about any things in a sentence, right? So these adjectives provide the details about the people and places, also about the things, and that is why we can say that we can say these adjectives are used to alter noun and pronoun, right? So these adjectives can be denoted to the color, size, condition, sense, quantity, appearance, time, and personality of any noun or pronoun. So what adjective can do? Let us see. It can talk about the color, for example, black, blue, coral, green, pink. Let us see the size: big, huge, large, little, short. To talk about the shapes and taste: boxy, oval, round, square, triangular, bitter, sweet, sweet, traggy, tan, texture, sounds, number, and weather. You can read the examples that are placed in this slide. Okay, so this is how we can use adjectives in your writing, in your uh, or these are the list of the adjectives that you can use in your answers, in your description. Okay, come to the another important thing about adjectives: how to identify adjectives. There are some suffixes, for example, able or ible, right? Al, ful, ic, ive, less, ous, and these are the examples. For example, credible, achievable, annual, functional, airful, cheerful, terrific, cubic, manic, rustic, right? Intensive, adaptive, attractive, doubtless, adventurous, famous, generous. So these are the various examples, and I have shown these you particularly because you must understand how to identify adjectives in a sentence, because most of the student always confused in identifying the adverb and uh, adjectives. Okay, let us see the types of adjectives. Mainly there are two types of adjectives. For example, one is descriptive and the second one is limiting. So in descriptive, or under this title, we can describe or we can categorize two uh, kinds of adjectives. One is attributive adjectives and the second one is predicative adjectives. So what is the difference between two? One is coming before the noun and one is coming after the noun, right? So the first that I have said, attributive, that comes before the noun. That is why it is known as attributive. For example, the blue sea, the old man, the happy children's, right? And the second one is the predicative. So that comes after the noun or after the pronoun. For example, the blue is blue, the sea is blue, sorry, the man is old, the children are happy, right? Let us see some examples. For example, a black cat, a gloomy outlook, the slow journey, a large suitcase. These are the examples of attributive adjectives. And the predicative adjectives are: the cat was black, the future looks gloomy. These adjectives are highlighted in yellow color, you can see on the screen. So the journey seems slow, they were growing tired, right? So this is how you can understand the difference between attributive and the predicative adjective under descriptive adjectives. Okay, now come to the another part, another kind, that is again subdivided into various sections, like mm, the possessive adjective, demonstrative adjectives, indefinite adjectives, interrogative adjectives, cardinal, ordinal, proper, And we can also use noun as adjectives. So all these types coming under limiting adjectives. Let us see one by one. The first one is possessive adjectives. The possessive adjectives are my, your, his, her, its, your, uh, their, uh, again whose, and let us see the example. For example, if I say I'm looking after her dog, so her is highlighted in red color, and a this is an example of possessive adjectives. Okay, so again in the second example you can see, hey, that's my one. So again, this is how you can use the possessive, means it shows your ownership in this sentence. Okay, we can use as a pronoun, and you can always use as a possessive adjective in your writing, in your speech also. Let us talk about the another important type, that is demonstrative adjectives. So in demonstrative adjectives, we have seen that it talks about the special, you know, or the special quality. For example, it is showing the distance between uh, the speaker and the things, right? For example, the adjectives are that, this, these, and those. So if that thing is very close to me or near to me, I can say this plate is hot, right? So it tells to this audience, to the listener, that this plate is near to you, near to the speaker. And if I say that plate is hot, it means it is kept just far from the speaker, right? And the examples are on your screen. Okay, come to the next one. Then the indefinite adjectives. So indefinite adjectives always describes a noun or non-specific sense, right? In a non-specific sense, I said. The most common indefinite adjectives are any, each, few, many, much, most, uh, most, several, and some, right? For example, if I say, let us talk about the indefinite adjectives and indefinite pronoun also, right? There is a little bit difference. Okay, let me tell you. If I say the example is, there are several people in a safe room. Okay, so in this sentence, I said there are several people. So several is an indefinite adjective. And how to identify the indefinite pronoun? There are several in the safe room. I have not used the word people here, just after the several. So that is why several is playing a role as a indefinite pronoun in this sentence. Other examples are the fewer, there are fewer coins in circulation. So fewer is a word that is coming under the indefinite adjective category. Okay. Would you like some snails in garlic? Likewise, also you can say, because it describes the quality, it describes the quantity, you can say. Okay, come to the next one, interrogative adjectives. There are three interrogative adjectives in English language. One is what, which, and whose. Okay, so to ask question, we can use these three interrogative adjectives. For example, what superpower would you like to, would you like? What superpower would you like? Right? For example, if I say, what book are you reading? Whose computer is this? So this what, which, and whose, these words are used as a interrogative adjectives in this uh, sentences. Okay, that is why these also known as interrogative determiners. Okay, come to the next one, the cardinal adjectives and the ordinal adjectives. What is the difference in between these two types? I have posted these two types in single slides. So the cardinal and the ordinal adjectives, there is just little bit or the small difference in between these two adjectives. Number one is, if, let us see the example so that you can understand. In the first sentence, I can say, Melissa visited 7 countries. For example, if I say, I have visited 7 villages, right? The word 7 is coming under this cardinal adjectives because cardinal number. Okay, and in the second example, you can see it was my first visit, my first car. So I'm not writing one here. right? It is my one car. I'm not saying like this. It was my first visit, it was my first job, it was my third car, it was my third friend. Likewise you can say. So this is how you can say, right? The you can write the cardinal adjectives and the ordinal adjectives in your sentences, right? Then the another important thing is proper adjectives. Proper adjectives is very important because it describes the people, places, and things here, but they are based on the names and therefore need to be capitalized in a sentence, right? For example, if I say the Shakespearean poetry, the Spanish food, the African elephant, the Chinese restaurant, right? Because I have divided into two categories. Number one is those that comes from the name of a places. For example, I said Spanish, African, Chinese. Okay, these are the names of region or countries or places. And the second category is those comes from the names of people, especially the popular names. For example, Shakespeare, Elizabethan, Victorian, right? Victorian era. Then I can say the Shakespearean poetry, Shakespearean tragedy, Shakespearean tragic comedy, right? The Elizabethan world, right? So these are the example that comes under proper adjectives. Okay. You can also say uh, if I tell you the examples, they scan the Brazilian skyline. Okay, my teacher is British. I have a Brazilian boss. Okay, these are the example of or a sample of proper adjectives. Now we can also use noun as an adjective in our writing, right? So this is how can we use? Let us see the cricket bat, the bathrooms, the school cricket team coach, okay, the child health care research centers, okay, and the last one is the cute coffee mug. These are the various examples you can talk or you can learn in detail your own, right? So sometimes we can use a noun to describe another noun, okay. That is why that in that cases we can say the noun playing a role of adjective in a sentences, right? Dear student, there are many things that we have to cover in this presentation, that we can use adjectives to describe the uh, you know it is always used to talk about the degree of comparison. In positive degree, in comparative degree, in superlative degree, we are always discuss or we always discuss the adjectives or the importance of adjectives, right? For example, this is a great movie, right? The great is an example of adjective, okay. The boy is smart, okay. The Ram is not as small as Sham. So here I can say the small is an adjective and I have used in a positive degree to compare two objects or the two person, right? So in various cases or in various conditions, we can also understand the importance of adjectives. When you go and understand the importance of article, how to use article in a sentence, you must understand the syllable that are used in a adjectives. For example, one syllable, two syllable, three syllable. When you use three syllable in a adjectives, and if you are going to convert a sentence into superlative degree, that time you must use the as an article in the sentence. For example, she is the most beautiful girl in the world or in the class. Likewise, you can say, right? So this is the just small difference or small important things you must to keep in your mind to when you learn about adjectives. Okay. So thanks for watching. If you are uh, very eager to learn about other part of speeches, in the coming video I'm going to talk about the another part of speech. uh, okay, so thanks for watching. If you are new to my channel, you can subscribe my channel. Thank you.